Okay. All right. Welcome everybody to the Ninja Podcast number 11. We're gonna be doing this on the Discord this time because I've got my co-host August here. We're gonna go through and just basically go through each of our predictions for the 41st tournament of Sasuke, which will be airing by the time that this video uploads. So you should be able to see whether any of our predictions were a W or an L. Either that or the video will be up at tonight because this is being recorded at 3:14. So the video itself might be up before the tournament airs. So let's get into our first competitor. We have Torisawa. This one's pretty self-explanatory. Torisawa is essentially one of the most legendary competitors in Sasuke. Not entirely for a good reason, though. Say that it mostly has to do with his, I don't want to say antics, but I guess like he's known more so for what he does rather than how he actually like competes, if that makes sense. I mean, August, would you say that you feel the same way on that?
Sure, I guess.
All right. So, in terms of where I'm predicting him to fail, I would say probably 1.2, which would be the rolling hill. What are you thinking?
I'm personally thinking he'll fail 1.3, the Silk Slider.
I don't like this outsider. Okay. Unless I'm mistaken, these all these names that we're going through, this has the names of like the top 40 that we think are going to be relevant in this tournament. There may be some names that we don't include that end up clearing, but this is basically just like a prediction of like the people that we notice the most, at least when we look through the run order. All right, so now we're moving on to number 36. This is Nakamura Haru. August, I'll let you take this one since I don't know a whole lot about him.
Well, he was part of the Sasuke 41 trials that happened, and he qualified to the actual competition itself, but he's quite unknown. So, my guess, he will fail 1.4 the fishbone.
Hmm. Um. Hmm. Wait, is it Dragon Glider into the new obstacle, or is it the new obstacle into Dragon Glider?
New obstacle into Dragon Glider.
Okay, I'm actually gonna say new obstacle. So that'd be the 1.5. So I think that it's been rumored that it's Block Block. Piplup, one of our community members in here, sent a message into another server. I can't remember which one exactly it was. It might have been the Cyrus Sasuke Discord. Might have been a different Discord. I might be just spitballing. But I remember seeing it and I was like, that looks somewhat like Block Block, which is basically just exactly as it sounds. It's a block obstacle from Takeshi's Castle, which Sasuke draws off of it and vice versa. Um, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that it is. I'm pretty sure that's gonna be Block Block, but I think he fails there, in my opinion. All right, next up we have number 37. This is Chappie Takumi. I'll let you take this one again.
Well, he also competed with the others on the Sasuke 41 trials, and it was actually a qualifier as well. He qualified for the actual competition. Um, he is unknown as well, so I'll just take a guess. He'll fail probably the rolling hill. I'm not expecting much for him.
I'm actually expecting like a decent amount from the trials people, at least from like the limited amount that I've heard about them, because obviously like I'm not like super ingrained in any of the Ninja Discords right now at this point. I mean, it's basically like my server and then like a couple others, and that's it. But I'd say in terms of my expectations for Chappie Takumi, I'm actually gonna go for 1.6. So I'm predicting that he makes this the Dragon Glider. And the reason for that is I am honestly not sure how hard block is actually going to be. I think that's going to be like a decently difficult obstacle for like the rookies that haven't really competed and don't really know what Sasuke is like, but obviously I may be wrong in that. But in terms of what like I personally think, I think that he's going to beat that and then he's going to fail Dragon Glider. All right. So next up we have number 38, Somakotaro. He's also from the Sasuke Trials group. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and also say that he fails on Dragon Glider.
I'm gonna say he'll fail 1.5, the block.
All right, solid pick, solid pick. We're gonna go to these after the tournament's complete. So there's gonna be like a second episode that's uploaded. That'll basically just be us reviewing every single crappy pick we make, pretty much. All right. So this next one, we had a bit of a talk about this like before we started actually airing this. Like we were debating, okay, how good is Nagano Kaio gonna be, considering he's the son of Nagano Makoto. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take a big gamble here, and I'm gonna say 1.8. I think that he makes it all the way to the World's Wall. But then when I talked to August, he absolutely blew me out of the water with that prediction. I mean,
Yeah,
yours was a pretty bold prediction. So just elaborate for everybody. What exactly did you say Nagano Kaio was gonna do?
he'll make it to the second stage.
Where exactly on the second stage do you think he's gonna fail, or do you think he's actually gonna clear?
I'm personally thinking he'll fail the downhill sim ladder.
So that'd be the salmon letter Kudari then. Okay. All right. Next up, we have Nakashima Yuta. Um, I don't really have a whole lot to say about Nakashima. Um, you know what? I'm gonna pick Dragon Glider. Not a whole lot.
I'm gonna say he'll make it to the World Wall again and just time out.
Hmm. Okay. I mean, just a side tangent here in terms of the War 12. Do you think that it would help Sasuke if they made the wall higher? Because I feel like that's been a problem that's plagued both A&W and Sasuke. I think Sasuke's wall is like probably around 15 feet. I might be wrong though. I haven't looked into the specifics of how tall it is. But in terms of difficulty, I think it could definitely be ramped up. Not maybe to Mega Wall level, but to like 17 feet or something like that.
Damn.
All right. Okay, moving on to number 43, we have Takasuka Hayato. Um, I'm just gonna go out on a limb here and say that this one's gonna be a worthwhile timeout.
World Wall timeout.
Are you going for the
Hmm.
same opinion, or are you gonna go different on here?
No, I'm going different. He'll fail the Giant Glider.
Hmm. Okay. All right. I don't think that we've had any picks that are the same. Maybe this next one will, because we're going on to number 44, Kajihara Hayate. Past two tournaments, he's failed on the cliffhanger, I think. And his debut tournament was in 38. He's basically just like come in and immediately been like one of the top competitors like over the past 2 years, I think. I'm actually predicting that for the first time, he actually gets past the cliff dimension, and I think that he ends up failing on the vertical limit.
What the fuck? Anyways, I don't have much to say, but he came around at 38 and immediately became like the most famous competitor, I'm gonna say he'll not do that well. Like I'm predicting swing edge. He'll fail
Swing
there.
edge. Okay. All right. Next up, we have number 45. We have Wasabi. I feel like Wasabi used to compete. I might be wrong. Oh wait, I'm confusing him with Takeru. I think Wasabi is gonna fail on block block. I don't know. Is that a bad take?
Wasabi on Wagwa.
I think he fails block block.
I'm saying he fails the Dragon Glider because that's where he usually fails.
Well, I mean, go big or go home. I guess that'll be like a one obstacle swing if he doesn't fail there. All right. Next up, we have Takayanagi Koki. Apologies if I mispronounced that. Um, I don't have a lot. I'm gonna say Dragon Glider. I mean, most of my predictions have ended up being a
I'm a
Dragon Glider.
yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna say he'll probably make it to the second stage actually, because the last time he competed, he timed out on the word wall. I have high expectations, but I don't really think so. I think he'll fail the Samulator Kudari.
Hmm, not a bad take. Not a bad take. All right, so next up we move on to number 50. This is Rene Sugera. Um, not really sure if there's like a whole lot to say on this one. Trying to think. Hmm. This one's tough. I'm gonna say probably worked well. I'm going
Warped wall.
I'm going decently bold on some of these and like predicting like wall fails. I don't know if that's like good or bad, but it's like the wall is at least harder for Japanese competitors than it is for any of like the foreign competitors. Like I don't think there's been a time where like the foreign competitors, except for Casey, and that's because Casey was very short. I think that's been like the only real time where we've ever seen like the Warts Wall present like a difficulty for non-Japanese competitors. I mean, I guess the point of what I'm trying to say there is that it ends up being it ends up being much more difficult for the Japanese because of their height disadvantage compared to like most of the Americans, for example. Which is why like I'm just gonna go out there and say that some of these competitors are gonna end up failing on the Warts Wall just due to height, really. All right. What is your prediction for Rine Sugeta?
Personally, I am predicting he will. Oh my god, this is a hard one. I'm saying he'll fail the backstream.
Backstream. Okay. I think that's 2.6 now. Okay. All right. This one is probably going to be the easiest one to make. Hioki Masashi. I think he fails the cliffhanger. I don't think that that's going to be unique to anybody in here. For like the past like 5 tournaments running, Hioki has failed the cliffhanger or the cliff dimension due to like copyright and whatnot from Higuchi. Yeah, I think Masashi is gonna fail cliff dimension again.
Damn, alright. I I personally think this time it will be his chance to like clear the cliffhanger. So I'm saying he clears the cliff dimension and he just fails the vertical limit, second to third transition.
Okay, all right. Moving on now, we have another veteran competitor. This is Goto Yusuke. I think everybody except for Kajihara and for Hioki, I predicted his get fail at first stage. So I'm actually gonna go in the middle here and say that I think Goto Yusuke is going to time out on the wall lifting. I think that that's gonna be
Damn.
decently surprising. I think. I don't know if it's like surprising in a good or bad way though, because I haven't really seen much of him over like the past 2 or 3 tournaments. So I think in this return it's gonna be somewhat good, but not like especially good. If that makes sense. I mean, how do you think he's gonna do?
Mm, personally, I in 39 he actually did pretty good in making the Sam ladder.
Eh,
Personally, I think he will probably time out on the word wall. I don't expect much from him.
okay. All right. Next up, we're gonna move on to Nagasaki Shunsuke. This one is gonna be probably a little decisive. I think he's finally gonna beat the Spider Run or the Spider, whatever it's called now. I think he beats that.
Fire drop.
Beats Backstream, beats Reverse Conveyor, but then he's gonna timeout wall lifting. I think.
Wall lifting. Alright. I am saying he'll beat the Spire Drop as well. But I'm saying he finally makes it to the third stage after not being there for a long time.
I think the last.
But he
When
will
was the
fail the
last time that
second.
Nagasaki Shunsuke was in the third stage? Man, it's been a
Sasuke
while.
33.
Jeez, it's been a while. Okay, so where do you think he's gonna fail in stage 3 then?
Wing Edge. I
Swing
don't
edge.
expect much from him.
All right. Next up, we have 64 and 65. I guess these are kind of gonna go both in one. We've got Soshina and Seiya. So I'm just gonna say for both, I'm not expecting much. I'm gonna say Silk Slider for Soshina and Block for Seiya.
Damn, I'm saying for Soshina, Rolling Hill, and for Seiya, Silk Slider.
Huh, so you actually are going a little bit lower than I am. Okay. Alright, so we've gone through about, I think, 15 competitors so far, which leaves about, like, 25, somewhere around that. 4, 8, 12, 16. Okay, we've got 22 competitors left to go over. So next up we have number 74, Sukata Ryuichi, aka ABCZ. He's made it to the second stage on occasion, but I don't, unless I'm mistaken, has he ever made it to the third stage? Don't think he
Nah,
has.
the his farthest run was last tournament when he made it to Backstream.
Yeah, I remember thinking, wow, this is like the farthest he's gone. Wow, I guess it was the farthest that he's gone ever. I'm gonna say he actually regresses back to the mean, at least based on what I've seen. I think they failed Dragon Glider. I mean, I guess that might be a bad take. I don't
Dragon
know.
Rider. Nah, actually, he has failed Dragon Glider quite multiple times, actually. But I'm saying he'll he'll complete the Dragon Glider, of course, but he will time out on the word wall.
Hmm. Okay. All right. Next one is gonna be a bit of somewhat decisive opinion. I don't know if your opinion is gonna be different on this than mine, but we have Sato Jun up next. What do you think?
Oh my god. Sato June. Sato June has been a quite of a good competitor, being kind of like Flash of Sasuke. Like he's been pretty fast on both stages, but on the third stage, he has never made it past the cliffhanger.
Yeah, I feel like he's been like a very, very fast speed competitor. I'm gonna check the chat real quick, so that way I can see. Yeah, I'm gonna unserver mute. Yeah, so Piplup should be able to speak now. Okay, so that is the info that I was talking about from Piplup. Bro, what? Why am I getting dunked on in the chat, man? Who is this? Jay. Well, let me see who they are. Whoever you are, stop dunking on me. Oh, it's Jack's Boom. Jack, stop dunking on me, bro. Okay, why is Dak? Oh my god, this is the toxicity. That's the Ninja Masters. I mean, not the Ninja Masters. We're not those people. That's the Ninja Dimension for you guys, where K-Fly just talks to people about fursuits. That's pretty much it. And no, I'm not gonna take a bite of this. I don't think it's the biting one, anyways. Yeah, this one doesn't bite. I know that's what you were thinking of. You thought it was like the TikTok apple. It's not. Okay. I personally think that Sadajun is. I don't know if this is gonna be a really bad opinion or what. Dragon Glider.
Oh
What?
no.
What? That is not a bad opinion. What are you yapping about? That is not a bad opinion.
No, what are you
The only
yapping about?
opinion, the only
Saju?
dude, the only opinion worse than that is like K-Fly claiming that New York's gonna run the league. He's 2-2. His team is washed. And in case like you guys in the chat have no idea about what I'm talking about, it's the Ninja League. It's a Ninja Machine League that is in our server. I'm gonna probably put a link. K-Fly is asking to speak, so you know what? I'm gonna let the man cook. Let's see. What does K-Fly have to cook for us? K-Fly, you now
Kill
have the
yourself.
floor.
Shoot yourself. You stupid.
That was a great opinion given by K-Fly 100. And he wonders why his team is currently only 7th. His team will not be making the play-in, likely because his team is mid. Although he did catch up, he selected Emily Gardner and managed to win his last game by 57, which is a TNL record. So, yeah. Amazing stuff by K-Fly 100, as per usual. Okay, what are you thinking for Sato Jun?
I'm saying he'll still fail the cliffhanger.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm either going to be really right with this pick or really wrong. Okay. Alright, next up we have Muto Tomohiro. I'm going to say... I haven't said Planet Bridge for anybody. You know what, screw it. I'm going to say Planet Bridge. I might as well.
Bro, Planet Bridge isn't in the course.
Wait, what?
Bro, Planet Bridge was replaced by Swing Edge.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, Swing Edge is the third obstacle.
Wait, am I tripping? Am I tripping or just oh, I'm stupid.
You're tripping a lot.
It's because I was watching 39 this morning because I was like looking back to see I was looking back to see Kajihara Hayate's debut run. Well, not his debut run, his like first stage 3 run. But I don't know, I just thought the Planet Bridge was still in the course. Oh well, I think he fell Swing Edge. Stupid error by me, sorry guys. I'm gonna let K-Fly take the floor again.
Well,
No, K-Fly left. I was about to ask him to actually come back. Okay, he's back. I'm gonna unmute K-Fly, let him cook. K-Fly.
What?
Do you have anything to say, bud?
No.
Alright. Okay, now we're gonna move on to number 78, Suzuki Yusuke. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that he fails the Sidewinder. K-Fly, do you have any
Kill
thoughts?
yourself.
same Sidewinder.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, wait. Oh, you didn't give your prediction for Muto Tomohiro yet. What's your prediction on that?
Sidewinder.
Okay. And then what about Suzuki Yusuke?
I said Sidewinder as well.
So that's Sidewinder as well. Okay. All right. Next up, we have Araki Naoyuki. I'm not thinking much on this end. I don't know. I just don't really think that there's much he's gonna do out of the realm of what he's done already. I'm gonna say Swing Edge. I mean,
Swing edge.
do you think anything else is gonna happen out of the ordinary? Because I don't really think so. Oh, we got a
He'll
new
fail cliffhanger dimension once again.
We got a couple new members in here. We welcome Jack is
Araki
Boom.
is washed
Jack
up
is
on the
Boom, and my
cliffhanger
legend
just like
Corey
Cape
Games
Life.
87 has finally joined the Discord. Corey knows who he is. Shout out to my boy Corey. He's a real one. Okay, anyways. So we're saying Araki, either swing edge or cliffhanger. Okay, this next one is going to be a little interesting because the amount of hype that Blocky S Bubble Note 2, the legend himself, Major Encore, captain of the LA Eclipse, the hype that the man was laying on this guy was it was unbearable. He was saying that Yamamoto Keitaro is gonna make it to the final. And honestly, I'm pretty sure that him beating the vertical limit was a one-time fluke thing that will never happen again. I'm saying he fails cliffhanger. I don't know if that's an L take or not.
I'm personally thinking he'll fail the vertical limit.
Okay.
I know what Blocky is yapping about, but yeah.
I mean, maybe he might be cooking. I don't know. Okay, next up we're 2 picks away from my favorite pick, and this one is that pick, which is gonna be Oshima Ayano. That will be my boldest pick. Absolutely the boldest pick of this entire prediction.
We are
Okay, but we're still 2 away from that.
on my favorite pick.
Huh?
We're on my favorite pick right now.
All right, so we got Keon Yutaka. I'll let you take this one since you like him so much.
I like him so much because he's he's the best. Yeah, but anyways, I hated his Sasuke 40 performance. Like, what was bro thinking? Bro immediately rushed through that fishbone and failed, just like Ryo Matachi.
Yeah, but with
Anyways.
Rio, you've come to expect those little slip ups a little more and more with each tournament and whatnot. Like you know that occasionally happens with Rio, but he does show up. But yeah, I'm actually gonna say Dragon Glider for Keon Yutaka. I don't know if that's an L take or a W take. I think it's gonna be a W take.
That is an L take for me.
How?
I personally think he'll finally make it to the second stage, but he'll fuck up the rolling log.
Okay. First off, PG. We're keeping this PG. Sorry guys. It's not my fault. Whatever. Yeah. Keon Yutaka to fail rolling log. Okay. Alright. Next up we have Kenji Darvish. I think he started competing in tournament 30 or whatnot. Me personally,
Tournament 28.
Okay, tournament 28. Okay. I'm actually gonna predict that Kenji Darvish does something he's never done before. Actually, wait, no. He did do it one time, but it was a very long time ago. 6 years ago.
I know what you're talking about.
That Kenji Darvish makes it back to the 3rd stage. And I'm predicting that he fails in the first obstacle. I'm predicting that he fails on flying bar, but still, that's a successful tournament. You know.
What the? Flying bar? What are you yapping about? I'm personally thinking he'll fail the swing.
Has Kenji ever done a flying bar successfully? No. He can do a salmon ladder. We know that he can do a salmon ladder, but we don't know if he can do a flying bar, which is why I'm just going to predict that.
He did do flying bar successfully, but he only failed to make the transition to Sidewinder.
Oh, right. But, I still don't want to take that bet. I'm still going to predict that he fails flying bar, because it's been a while. All right. I want to hear your take. What's your take on Mr. Darvish?
Swing edge.
Swing edge. Okay, so you're predicting he makes it back too. All right. Now on to my favorite pick. This one is probably my boldest pick of the entire tournament. This is Oshima Ayano, who finally last tournament cleared stage 1, something that I've been predicting was going to happen for years. I think I've been talking about how it was going to happen since like 2019, and I ended up finally being right like 4 years later. You know what? I'm going to predict that this tournament, Oshima Ayano goes one step further, clears the second stage, and gets to the third stage. You know
What
what?
is bro yapping about? What
Bro,
the hell?
that is a W take. That is a W take. What are you talking about? That is a W take. And here's why. She made it to stage 2. Only failed on the spider drop.
Bro,
She can beat
she
backstream.
barely made it past the second stage.
She can beat
She,
backstream. She can beat reverse conveyor. She can beat wall lifting. It's not impossible, which is why I think it's going to happen. Let me cook. And in terms of what obstacle I think she's going to fail, I don't know if this is going to be a bad take, but I'm thinking swing edge. It's not a bad take. Trust me. Okay. K-Fly needs to speak again real quick. Let's let the man cook. K-Fly? You can talk, buddy. K-Fly, you can talk.
Is he like scared to talk or something?
I don't think he wants to talk.
Kill yourself.
He cooked up something.
I need to mark every time K-Fly says something mean. Okay. Anyways, what are you thinking for Oshima Ayano?
I'm personally thinking she'll time out on the reverse conveyor. At
Okay.
least she'll beat the backstream.
Not a bad take. Not as good as mine, obviously. Okay. Number 88, we have Iwamoto Hikaru, aka Iceman. I'm predicting he makes it to the second stage.
Snowman.
Snowman, whatever, bro. Bro.
Iwamoto is the
close.
Christmas spirit.
Okay. In my defense,
Iwamoto is the winter spirit.
I got in no sleep. I had stayed up late to watch that tournament, so it's not my fault that I've forgotten like a lot about 40. Just remember Yoshiyuki final, Tada final, Morimoto final, Kane Kasugi returns, Keitaro makes it, and then there were like 3 women that cleared. That's basically Sasuke 40, pretty much. Oh, and Shingo cleared. Free my boy Shingo. Alright, I'm thinking Hikaru Iwamoto fails the salmon ladder. Kudari. And yes, he is Snowman, not Iceman. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
Iwamoto is the winter spirit. Anyways, I'm saying he fails the spider drop.
Okay, it's not a horrible take. It's obviously not my take, so it's not as good. Okay, next up we have Takeru. What are you thinking?
Takeru is washed up just like K-Fly's team.
Oh, shoot!
Yeah.
August, you don't even own a TNO franchise. You don't even own a TNO franchise. But you are not like the Oklahoma City Lightning. You are also not like the New York Nightmares. Your team will not be making the play-in because you don't have a team.
Well, of course.
Yeah, guys,
I don't have a
you
team.
could be a TNO captain if you actually joined the Discord. Shout out to the Ninja Dimension yet again. I should have worn that shirt.
Takeru's only prime was 32-33, but then he downgraded.
Didn't he make it to like reverse conveyor and he got disqualified? Or am I thinking of somebody else? No, that was Mori Wataru.
Nah.
Yeah, that was Mori Wataru. Okay, I'm gonna predict that Takeri fails on the Dragon Glider.
I really want for Mori Wataru to come back, just so you reminded me. Oh yeah, Mori Wataru's 40, by the way. Damn, he's old.
That's old. Okay, what are you thinking for Takeru?
Anyways. Fishbone.
Fishbone, okay. That's interesting. I mean, I think he'll be Fishbone, but Not seeing too much after that. Okay. Next, we get to K-Fly's favorite person, Matachi Rio, who full cleared last week in TNL to give New York their biggest ever win. Biggest win in TNL history over the poverty franchise, the Minnesota Blizzard, who are now 0-4. But getting off of TNL, because we're actually talking about Sasuke here. Matachi Rio, man. I don't know.
I really
I
liked his
think
40 kill.
I think I'm gonna go with Vertical Limit. I don't know if that's an L
Damn.
take or a W take. I think it might
I'm
be a W
saying
take.
whatever K-Fly predicted for Rio in 40 was so wrong.
What did K-Fly predict for him in 40? Like, did he predict like
I don't know what he predicted, but whatever he predicted was so wrong. Rio ended up failing the rolling hill.
Yeah, your predict all of K-Fly's like predictions ended up going like super bad. K-Fly's asking to speak again based on how like the last 3 times. That's not gonna happen. I'm thinking that we're just gonna close the chat. We are not showing the chat. Anyways, I don't think we're gonna let K-Fly speak anymore. Okay, next up we have.
He
Okay,
swears.
wait.
Let him cook for one last time.
No, I'm not letting him cook. Okay, fine. I'll let him speak one last time. Okay, K-Fly, what is it you have to say?
You are all retarded.
Yeah, K-Fly's never been allowed to speak in this Discord again. He's getting server muted whenever I see him.
Good job, K-Fly.
Okay, 36-minute mark. K-Fly
Good
says
cook.
something racist. No, wait, not racist. It's like ableist or whatever it's called. Okay, yeah. Ness, what's up? What's your take?
All right, I have a prediction for Sasuke 41. It's that K-Fly 100 gets full victory. Like, to be honest, you guys have never seen him run a Sasuke course. Like, he's the
Oh,
best.
buddy, I don't think K-Fly is on the entry list.
Oh, he's not?
Yeah, K-Fly 100
Oh.
is not on the entry list.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Wrong person.
Who are you
It
actually
was,
talking about, bud?
I'm talking about, I was talking about Keitaro Yamamoto. My bad.
So you think
He's getting full
Kitaru's...
victory.
You're thinking Kitaru goes all the way this year, huh?
Yeah, he can go all the way. Definitely.
What are you talking about, Ness?
Okay. All right.
I'm talking about how Keitaro is getting full victory.
All right, August. What do you think?
Hell no.
What do you think we're gonna see from what's his face? Matachi Rio. How do you think he's gonna do?
Personally think final stage.
Final. Okay. Okay, that piqued my interest because I haven't seen anybody that you predicted gets to the final so far. I mean, how do you think he's gonna do? Like 4.2? Do you think he's gonna make it to G Rope? No, wait, not G Rope. It's like Suna Nobori. Yeah. I mean, how do you think he's gonna do?
I'm personally thinking he'll time out on the rope climb and he will miss the buzzer completely.
Timeout on rope climb. Okay. All right. Next up, we get to one of my personal favorite opinions
Yeah.
to make. Kawaguchi Tomohiro. You already know what I'm saying. I think he's feeling the warped wall. Again, back to the norm. Back to the norm, people. He is not beating the first stage.
You know what? Same. I don't think he'll make it.
All right. Well, glad to see we're in agreement. Now on to probably the biggest dark horse that we've seen, because I've seen numerous opinions ranging on him either getting through the third stage or failing at vertical limit. Daniel Gill, the American Ninja Warrior Season 15 Grand Champion. Man, I just don't know. So I'm just going to take a shot in the dark here and say that he times out on the rope climb.
Final stage? Alright.
Because, I mean, it seems like vertical limit is possible for him. Like, at least based on what I've seen with his grip strength, I think they should be able to do it, but that doesn't mean that that doesn't necessarily mean that he will do it. But I feel like relatively confident that he's definitely making it to at least stage 3, probably stage 4. But I just don't think he's at like that. I don't want to say level of experience, but I guess like how knowledgeable he is about how the Sasuke obstacles work and how they're different from American Ninja Warrior, because there's obviously like slight difficulties. I mean, not slight difficulties, slight differences between how each of those obstacles are made. While some of them might like include like the same movements and whatnot, I do think that there's like a decently big difference in terms of how they're made and then how like the obstacles function. Like American Ninja Warrior doesn't have motorized obstacles, versus while Sasuke does. So I think that that's gonna throw like a slight wrench in Gil's plan. So I mean, if he returns for 42 and we haven't had a constant Seiha yet, I think that if Gil comes back after a no total victory 41, then he will win. But if Gil, like, just right now, I think that he's almost at the point where he could constant Seiha already, like having not appeared in any Sasuke tournaments, but I just don't think it's going to happen this tournament. So, what are you predicting in terms of Daniel Gil?
Of course, today I had quite a gut feeling that I thought Daniel Gill was gonna fail the Kadari Sam ladder.
What? What are you cooking? What are you cooking? He's done a salmon ladder like Kudari before. Season 8 of American Ninja Warrior. He did it like pretty easily. Like,
I have never seen him do it.
dude, even I can do that, and I'm like a B tier ninja at best. Like, not gonna lie, Kudari salmon ladders are pretty easy. Like, that's me being honest. Kudari salmon ladder is not that hard. Like, it's not that hard. It's really not. You just gotta get your timing right, and then you should be fine. Okay, next one. We have Renee Castley. I'm saying,
But
but
I
what?
haven't made my prediction yet.
You said salmon ladder Kudari.
I had a gut feeling, but I actually think he is going to make it to the final stage.
And then do what?
Rope climb.
Rope
Timeout.
climb. Okay, so we currently, in your predictions, you've already got 2 competitors that make it to the final. That being Matachi Rio and Daniel Gil. Meanwhile, I've got just Gil so far. He's the first competitor that I've predicted is going to make the final. But there could be more, as we'll see with Renee Castley, who I think is also going to make it to the final stage, but he is going to fail on the rope climb as well. Beating the salmon ladder and achieving a new personal best, but I just don't think that he's at the point yet where he can climb the Sasuke Tower. I mean, like, the first 3 stages are definitely in his wheelhouse, and I mean, he's shown before that he can clear. Like, he can definitely clear it. The only difference now is that the cliff dimension is motorized versus in 37 it wasn't because of rain. But I think that that'll be a piece of cake for him. I just don't think that he's like really used to the final yet, especially with it having changed since he was on it last time. So I just think he's going to time out and rope climb. I mean, what do you think about Renee?
What the fuck?
What? Are you
Seriously, fucking swing edge?
I did not say swing edge. I said rope climb. I said rope climb. There's a difference. So, how exactly do you think that he's gonna do? Okay, Fly's been okay. All right. So August, how exactly do you think Renette Castley is gonna do on stage 4? Do you think that he's gonna be rope climb fail as well?
Personally, I'm saying he'll fail the pipe slider.
What? No. No, there's no shots. This mount is still as easy as it's ever been. But okay.
Sin, listen, the stoppers have been removed. How will he maneuver his way around just like he did in 37?
I don't know. I think he might be able to do it, but whatever. Okay, next up we have another, like, I guess slightly. This might be slightly interesting depending on what you think. But next up we've got Shingo Yamamoto. I'm sorry, but I think last tournament was a fluke. I don't think it's gonna happen again. I personally think that we're not gonna see Shingo clear again, and I think that he is going to fail in Dragon Glider. What do you think in terms of Shingo? August, what do you think? How do you think Shingo's gonna do?
He's making it to the second stage again.
Where exactly do you think he's gonna fail, though?
Backstream.
Okay. Interesting. Alright. Next up, we're moving to Yamada Katsumi. I think this one's pretty easy. I think he fails Fishbone. I don't really see anything that indicates that he's gonna have, like, an overwhelming performance that's, like, really spectacular, I guess. I just don't see much to really indicate it. I mean, what do you think in terms of Yamada?
Yamada. I personally think this is going to be a super weird opinion, but I'm saying Yamada fails the rolling hill.
Well, it seems to be that he's probably gonna fail in the earlier half because he's 50 at this point, not really where he used to be. He's like a step behind Shingo, and Shingo is like a step behind what he used to be. So I'm not expecting too much. All right, next up we have my personal favorite Sasuke competitor of all time, and who Yuji and Morimoto are barely behind, Nagano Makoto, number 96. And I don't know if this is a sentimental pick. I really, really, really want this to happen. But I want him to make the second stage. And honestly, I don't feel he was very far off in 40. I think he's going to make it to the second stage, but I think that he's going to time out on the backstream.
Nagano.
How do you think he's going to do?
I I personally think he'll. I personally think Nagano will fail the Dragon Glider.
I mean, my pick is mostly based on sentimentality. Honestly, I feel it could be either just second stage or that. Next up, we're moving on to personally one of my favorites. It's Yuji Urushihara. I think he makes the final. I don't care what anybody has to say about this. I think Yuji makes final. And I think that I think he's gonna fail Salmon Ladder, but just the fact that he's even back on the final is gonna be incredible. I mean, what are you thinking in terms of UG?
I personally think he'll pull himself from 37.
So are you saying Pipe Slider then, or
Yeah,
okay?
five slide.
All right, we've got 3 competitors left.
Anyways,
So we've got the top 3 from last season.
reality.
Starting off, yeah. What's up?
You could predict with Ness. I'm going to sleep
Okay.
because I want to make sure I don't oversleep for Sasuke.
Yeah, no worries. Okay.
Okay, bye.
All right. So Ness, yeah. Ness is gonna be taking over since August had to leave. So
Can I do
Ness,
predictions from like earlier, real quick,
I mean, you can
or
you
just
can
like
you can offer
rapid
up some
fire?
like basic ones, I guess. Like,
Okay. So just like give me some names, rapid fire.
I mean, I guess Hyoki.
Hyoki, swing edge.
All right. Go to Yusuke.
Honestly, he's failing cliffhanger. He could get to stage 3, in my
Okay.
opinion.
Nagasaki Shunsuke.
Shunsuke spider walk.
Okay. All right. So that'd be 2.4. Okay. Sukata Ryoichi.
Uh, I think either the new obstacle or dragon glider.
Okay. All right. Sato Jun.
Vertical limit.
Huh. Okay. Muto Tomohiro.
Swing edge.
Okay. Seems like Muto. Everybody's like within an obstacle. Okay. Suzuki Yusuke.
Uh, swing edge as well.
All right. Araki Naoyuki.
Um, vertical limit.
Okay. And I already know your thoughts on Keitaru, so I'm gonna skip that one. Kian Yutaka.
Yeah, either warp wall or Kudari salmon ladder.
Okay. Kenji Darvish.
Um, probably dragon glider.
Okay. All right. Oshima Ayano.
Uh, yeah, I'd say probably. I guess backstream. Sure, backstream.
Backstream. Okay. All right. Snowman, aka Yamamoto Hikaru.
Snowman, Kudari salmon ladder.
Okay. All right. Takeru and Rio.
Who is Takeru again? Because I forgot.
Takeru's number
Like what?
89. He's like one of the celebrity guys. He
Oh,
hasn't appeared in a while.
oh, okay. So I guess maybe either warp wall or dragon glider. I don't know.
Okay. All right. Matachi Rio.
Rio is failing swing edge.
All right. Kawaguchi Tomohiro.
Warp wall.
Everybody else is agreeing on that. All right. Daniel Gale. Predicting rope climb. I feel like that's pretty easy.
Daniel Gill. Um, I'd say salmon ladder.
Okay. So that's 4.2 or
4.2. Yeah.
okay. Renee Casley.
Renee is failing salmon ladder too. So just salmon ladder. 4.2.
Okay. And then Shingo, Yamada, and Nagano.
Shingo backstreet. No. Spider walk. Yamada dragon glider. Nagano spider walk as well.
Okay. And then Yuji. And then After that, for Tada, Yoshiyuki, and Yusuke, um, the picks are just gonna be between me and you rather than me, you, and
August, yeah.
August. Yeah. So
Um,
in terms
for
of
Yuji,
Yuji,
Yuji probably either pipe slider or rope climb.
okay, all right. So finally, we're into the final three picks now that Ness has gone through and given some of his own opinions. Now that August left, so he could go to sleep to actually be able to wake up on time for the tournament. I'm gonna be getting 7 hours of sleep myself and be waking up at 3:30 in the morning. All right. So Tada Tatsuya, I am actually going to say with the stoppers being removed, I think that he is going to fail on the pipe slider, with the pipe being a little
Ooh.
bit harder this time.
I think he's going to probably. I think he's gonna get to the final again, but he's gonna fail salmon ladder again.
Sam Letter again. Okay. All right. Next up, this one might be a little bit spicy, but we've got Yoshiyuki. Um, I think he's actually going to make the stage 4 again, but this time I think he's going to get really, really close. Like, I think he gets second place this tournament.
Oh, yeah. I had a Ninja Warrior simulator. It was kind of a simulator,
Yeah,
but it
did
was
you use
basically
Ninja
like
Machine?
no, it was completely different. I used I used my tablet and my phone, and I kept all the results on my tablet, and on my phone I just used a wheel, and I spun like the competitor's result. Like it was called the randomizer.
Huh, that's cool.
And Yoshiyuki actually got to stage 4 3 times in
So,
my
what
randomizer.
what are you thinking in terms of Yoshiyuki? In terms of how far you think he's gonna get?
I have a gut feeling he's getting total victory. I don't know why, but I have a gut feeling total
Oh
victory.
God. Oh my God. Okay. Total victory. Okay. All right. Final take, and this one is the one that I think is gonna get it because there's no shot nobody else. Like, if anybody else gets it, Yusuke's gonna get it. Yusuke's gonna get it if anybody else does. If it's not raining,
Hmm.
he's gonna get total victory. There's no shot. I think he gets total victory, and that's like
Yus-
the end. I guess
yeah.
it's pretty anticlimactic. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I mean, I would kind of like it if it was like sort of like a Sasuke 24 type thing, where there's like 5 people in the final stage. That being for me, Daniel Gill, Renee Castley, Yuji Urushihara, Yamamoto Yoshiyuki, and then finally Yusuke. Like, that'd be like a great end of the
Yeah.
tournament, seeing like the final guy out of the 5 be the one who actually gets up the tower.
Yeah. For me, that'd be like probably Daniel Gill, Keitaro, Tada, Yoshiyuki, and Yusuke. But I don't think Yusuke is gonna do. I don't think he's gonna get total victory. He's probably gonna do something similar to last time, or maybe like do what he did in Sasuke 35, where he like timed out in the middle of the rope or something.
So you're thinking like uh 4.3 then?
Yeah, 4.3.
Okay. Well, that's not bad. Even just make it to the final stage. That'll be for the record breaking 6th time. Like, that's incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's all that we have, guys. We've gone through like 40 of the best ninjas that I feel you guys should be watching out for. I'd like to thank all of you guys that actually stayed through this, I guess, kind of stream. This is supposed to be uploaded live, but YouTube streams just being a little weird. So this is going to end up going out right before the tournament. So I'd like to thank you guys for watching. I'd like to thank both August and Ness for coming on and helping out with giving their predictions. And I will see you guys in the next video.